Just from the title, you're probably like, whoa, this episode sounds dark. It kind of is. There is an adult content warning today because this episode is a little sexy, a little violent, and a lot spicy. We're gonna talk about some deeper topics today that are in pop culture news that you all have asked me questions about. Yeah, so major credit card companies have cut ties with Pornhub after finding out they allow users to share videos of assault. Julia Roberts is coming to the small screen. You can keep souvenirs from your abortion now. And SNL gets called out for operating on completely different standards than every other comedy club in New York. I'm Alex Clark, and this is POPlitics. After a bombshell New York Times article recently exposed Pornhub for allowing videos of child rape and other heinous acts to stay up on their site, MasterCard and Visa have both said customers will no longer be able to use their cards on the adult website.
Like no more?
No more, no more. Pornhub says the move is exceptionally disappointing. For them, maybe. But for everyone else, it's the opposite. The porn industry helps fuel violence against women and children. And it's not that pedophiles are seeking out these videos of underage girls. It's by and large normal men. It's just that these guys get desensitized of normal porn because they're consuming so much of it that they get bored and then they have to move on to something else, like violent or underage videos. MasterCard and Visa making this change is huge because it might wake some people up to the horrors that are actually happening in the porn industry.
Now I'm awake to the world.
Everyone give me your best shocked face because I was right again. The Kardashians are not gone forever. They're moving to Hulu. I'm excited. It seems fresh. Cable seems stale. I'm in with the new and out with the old.
Drinks are you both gonna order?
I don't know. I've never been here.
I've been here like 1,000 times. You should get the orange soda. It's amazing.
Okay.
What would you ladies like to drink?
Orange soda, please.
I'll have the strawberry soda.
I don't know what that was, but I'm just happy it exists. Also, orange Fanta. Don't at me.
Who loves orange soda? Kel loves orange soda.
Kind of a weird transition, but bear with me. You may have noticed that the death penalty is a hot topic right now. I'm saying that because a lot of the reason why everyone is talking about it is because of Kim. Last week, a man named Brandon Bernard was executed, and Kim worked really hard to get his sentence commuted and to instead have him live out the rest of his life in prison.
Oh no, it's like I was in prison for 10 days.
You know, when I've talked about conservatives having real diversity of thought amongst ourselves, the death penalty is one of those issues where some conservatives are passionately for it and some are passionately against it. To be really honest, I think there are extremely compelling arguments on both sides, and while I lean pretty much pro-death penalty because I'm pro-justice, it's definitely a topic I'm open to discussion on.
Gosh, somebody gonna die today.
One thing I know for sure, though, is it makes perfect sense to be pro-life and pro-death penalty, but it makes no sense to be pro-choice and anti-death penalty. Why? Because being pro-life and pro-death penalty means you simply support the execution of murderers who took someone's life, not the execution of innocent babies. However, to say you're pro-choice and anti-death penalty would mean you support the execution of innocent babies, but not murderers.
So it doesn't make sense.
As far as people shedding tears for Brandon Bernard, I'll let you know my eyes are dry AF. I won't cry for someone who helped brutally murder 2 youth pastors. His accomplice pulled the trigger, but after they were stuffed in the trunk, Brandon set them on fire. Stacy burned alive. We can debate the death penalty all day, but the case of Brandon Bernard ain't it.
Is this the hill I want to die on?
Julia Roberts is going to star on and produce a brand new series for Apple TV based on author Laura Dave's upcoming novel, The Last Thing He Told Me.
I love you.
Reese Witherspoon's company is going to produce it too.
This is gonna be just like senior year, except for funner.
According to The Hollywood Reporter, the book, which is coming out in May of next year, is about a woman who forms an unexpected relationship with her teenage stepdaughter while searching for the truth behind her husband's disappearance.
It also feels good to be needed.
You know I think everything Reese touches turns to gold, and Julia Roberts is one of the best actresses of all time, in my opinion. Stepmom wrecks me every time. Also, this is just another reason and why I need to get an Apple TV ASAP.
Oh, I gotta get me one of those.
Before I get into this shocking story, do me a favor, please double tap the heart and the save button. When I saw this tweet, my first thought was, oh, this must be a troll. There is no way something like this exists. But nope. A company called CARE, which stands for Clinics for Abortion and Reproductive Excellence, and also specializes in late-term abortions, tweeted something back in October that's just now gaining traction on social media. They said, abortion experiences are incredibly dynamic. View some of the remembrance boxes we can provide for patients.
All right, everybody. Nice self-awareness.
Now, look closely at this little remembrance box. It comes with a certificate that says in loving memory of, and you get stamped pictures of their hands and feet. How is that possible if these babies are just clumps of cells? By doing this, they're admitting there was someone to remember in the first place.
No, it's not creepy at all.
You know what the first thing I thought of was? Serial killers keep mementos of their victims like this. It's ghoulish. In other tweets, the same company says their only regret about abortion is that they can't perform more. A remembrance box for a baby just killed in an abortion is like shooting up a school and sending flowers. The abortion industry is fully aware they're murdering babies. They just don't care.
Makes me sad for my daughter.
On a lighter note, Chris Evans is going to be voicing Buzz Lightyear instead of Tim Allen in Pixar's upcoming film Lightyear, which is Buzz's origin story. Hang on, it might be okay. Evans posted on Instagram that he didn't stop smiling through the entire pitch, ear to ear. And he added that he was skeptical about taking on the role at first, especially since it really is Tim Allen's character.
To infinity and beyond!
Evans said no one could ever touch his performance, but that Evans learned he would be voicing a different character.
You are a toy!
How are you feeling about this? The movie is supposed to come out in June of 2022.
Who's in charge here?
And everyone is pretty much sick of SNL's BS at this point. NYC Comedy Club owner Danny Zolden is slamming the variety sketch show because he claims they get to stay open under double standards.
Does anyone else here see a double standard?
Danny told Page Six that comedy clubs are being forced out of business right now, but from the perspective of a comedy club owner, it's frustrating day in and day out to bear witness to this loss and see that every Saturday night SNL is allowed to produce their show indoors, seemingly in violation of the same laws, crushing small businesses all over New York City.
That's downright cruel.
He also said they have a live studio audience and the cast members are not social distancing. I was watching the show Saturday night and I was so upset that struggling comedy clubs are going out of business while they're doing their thing and collecting a paycheck.
It's diabolical.
Apparently SNL can get around the laws other people can't because they're paying their audience members $150 each, which basically makes them technically employees. The whole thing makes me sick.
Tell me something, really, how do you sleep at night?
This week is straight crazy because we leave for West Palm Beach soon in a few days. I hope you're coming to SAS and I get to meet you. I just dropped off a bunch of stuff last minute at this alterations place. I usually see this specific lady, and when I texted her, she said she was retired out of the blue. Anyway, while you're out and about this weekend, catch up on episodes last week that you might have missed because there's some really good ones. Subscribe to POPlitics on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and make sure you leave a 5-star review, even if it's just a rating and not a comment. I know that I keep hounding this, but today is the last day that you can buy any of our merch for POPlitics and get it by Christmas. Don't forget to like this episode. Let me know in the comments what you think about the death penalty. Please share this episode to your stories and click the save button. We're back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. It's pop culture without the propaganda every single day. I'm Alex Clark, and this is POPlitics. Click below to watch yesterday's episode. Please subscribe, thumbs up, share this video, and ring the bell for notifications so you never miss the CUTEservative. And make sure you're following this show at POPlitics on Instagram for even more CUTEservative content.